Hello, this is Crystal Racing, and in the memory of Anthoine Hubert, I am going to do the 2019 Belgian Grand Prix race review and the Crystal score. For those of you who want to know what happened to Juan Manuel Correa, he is currently lying in hospital with a pair of fractured legs and minor spinal injuries. And as for Simon Laxsonen, who crashed in a Formula 3 race at Blanchimont, he is reportedly fine and okay and conscious with no injuries of such, whilst Antonio Giovinazzi was able to walk away from his last lap crash at Puyon. Now on to the review. Congratulations, Charles Leclerc. You absolutely deserve to win today. Yes, the Ferrari car was slower and you did get help from Vettel, but a win is a win, regardless of the circumstances. You did yourself proud, you did Jules proud, you did your dad proud, you did your grandparent proud, and you did Antoine proud. I'm almost speechless. You kept your head under pressure. Lewis Hamilton had fresher tyres and was closing it on at you at a rate of a second per lap, and yet you held on in such tough circumstances to win Ferrari's first race of the season and your maiden Grand Prix win. Today's win ends Ferrari's losing streak of 10 months since Kimi's COTA win. Finally, Ferrari can get that monkey off their back, and whilst a lot of Sebastian Vettel fans will not agree with this, I know that for sure, Ferrari did do the correct strategy when you take into account Vettel held up Hamilton for 4 or 5 laps. That allowed Leclerc to maintain his lead and look after his tyres and build a gap in the process whilst Hamilton was getting boxed in. So, but of course, as for Lewis Hamilton, who did finish second, I have got to give him 10 out of 10. You know, the straight line speed of the Mercedes down the straights is about quite a bit. The engine has about 20 brake horsepower less, so I think it's got like about 8 kilometers less speed down the straight. But Lewis Hamilton did all he could today, and considering that Mercedes are probably not going to win next weekend, well, frankly, I mean, the thing is, he still wants to win, okay? He's got a huge lead in the championship now, especially with Verstappen's incident today. But Hamilton is still hungry to win, and I've got to respect him for that. Bottas finished third, 8 out of 10. Well, what did he do? He's got his contract for renewal for next season, and I've got not much to say for that. 4th place was Sebastian Vettel, 8 out of 10. Now, usually I would give him 7 out of 10, but he did a job for the team today, so I've got to give him 8 out of 10 because his pace in the race, just like he was in qualifying, was really bad. He just can't get a grip on this car now. I mean, the fact of the matter is, this year's Ferrari has been developed in a way that does not suit his driving style, because in order to make the car fast, they've had to destabilise it, meaning that it has a twitchy rear end. And of course, we all know Vettel doesn't like having a twitchy rear end, so he's going to have to suffer for the rest of the year and hope that Ferrari build a better car for next season, because this season has been absolutely awful for Ferrari. 10 months without a win. That is absolutely unacceptable. 5th place was Alex Albon. I think both he and Perez got investigated after the race for that manoeuvre on the grass, but Albon, I've got to give him 9 out of 10. Yes, I know he struggled in qualifying, and I think he had to start at the back of the grid anyway because of a power unit change, but, you know, whilst he did struggle early on, towards the end of the race, he picked off positions very quickly. And considering that he is learning about this car, I think it was a very, very, very calm and precise drive in the circumstances. And then, of course, 6th place was Sergio Perez, back to his best, 10 out of 10, drove the wheels of that racing point, took advantage of his straight line speed, and looked like his old self again. 7th place was Danny Crevier. Once again, another great performance. 10 out of 10. He had a bit of a slow start, but of course, having started low down on the grid, he made up positions, got in front of Gasly, and yeah, he looks like he's a favourite for the Red Bull second seat for next season. 8th place was Nico Hulkenberg. 10 out of 10. Okay, yes, I know we struggled for a lot of the race, but considering how slow that Renault is, I think he did a very good job in the circumstances, although the pit strategy was pretty poor by Renault, and he was on a 2-stopper, so yeah, I think it was kind of helped out in that circumstance. 9th place was Gasly. Back to Toro Rosso. I'm going to have to give his performance 8 out of 10 because, well, he looked quite racy, but then at other points he got kind of outmaneuvered towards the end of the race. So I'm not really sure, but I've got to give him 8 out of 10 when you consider the fact that had it not been for certain retirements and incidents, he probably would have not finished in the points today. Lance Stroll finished 10th, 7 out of 10. Don't remember what he did at all, but he finished in 10th. 11th place was Lando Norris, was running 5th for pretty much the whole race. The cameras barely saw him do much because he was so solidly quick in the same way his teammate usually has been in previous races. Norris was getting absolutely everything out of that car, but unfortunately on the last lap his power unit gave out. 10 out of 10, very, very unlucky. Kevin Magnussen finished 12th, 7 out of 10. That horse is just terrible on its tyres. It's just, I mean, he's sitting there been giving out messages about how he's been demotivated because he can't look after tyres, and he's right. It's a nightmare driving that horse in race conditions. Teammate Romain Grosjean finished 13th, also lapped. Now, considering he was running strong early on, I've got to give him 6 out of 10, but towards the end of the race, he gave out a very, very, very negative radio message, which was basically, I don't see the point of trying to chase all these guys in front of me. I don't think we have a chance. We're 20 kilometres slowing down a straight. I think it's very safe to say Romain Grosjean is probably going to drive his last ever F1 race at Abu Dhabi come the end of this season. He's just not really got the appetite for it anymore. Everything about him just seems to be, and I've seen his Instagram where he's been doing all sorts of pictures of him driving for Lotus and his early days at Horse, and of course his junior Formula days. He looks like he knows his Formula career is probably ending soon. 14th place, Daniel Ricciardo did a one-stop strategy. That didn't really work out, did it? His tyres went away in the late on. He just dropped like a stone, and to be honest, I don't know what the hell happened to him, but I've got to give him 5 out of 10 because by his standards, that is just awful. 15th place was George Russell, 7 out of 10. I don't really know how quick he was. Was he that quick? I don't know. He wasn't that much further ahead of Kubica, if we're going to be honest, considering Russell has been pounding Kubica. I don't really know how to judge Russell's performance. I mean, at certain points he looked like he was, right in the back of the midfield pack, but then of course as the race wore on he faded away because the Williams chassis is crap. 16th place was Kimi Raikkonen, 5 out of 10. Got involved in that first lap incident with Max Verstappen. I put it down as a racing incident, 50-50. Kimi could have given Max more space. Max probably should have stayed out and should have not gone for that move in the first lap. I'm not going to go any further than that. Kubica, 5 out of 10. It's just the same thing with Kubica now. What is he doing there? And classified 18th and last was Giovinazzi, who of course crashed out at Pouon. Really unfortunate. Really. I mean, apparently a tyre blew up on his rear end. Whacked into the barriers. Just really, I feel for the lad. I think he was in 9th place ahead of Gasly. Or yeah, Gasly, I think he was on his way to pick up 2 points. Really was worried for a second, but thankfully he's unharmed and he'll be able to race next week at Italy. And the two retirees, Carlos Sainz, but his Grand Prix never really got going, did it? He stalled on the grid, ran a few laps in the back. Then his car just broke down. I'm just going to give him 7 out of 10 because, frankly, I don't really know what happened. And then, of course, Max Verstappen for me gets 5 out of 10 because what was he? Just, he took a risk trying to overtake Kimi at La Source when Kimi closed the door. Yes, I mean, Kimi had the line, but of course you can blame Kimi for being quite aggressive by not looking in his mirrors. But what the hell was Max doing? Then continuing onto Eau Rouge with a broken track rod where inevitably Max Verstappen went straight into the barriers. I mean, we've had a lot of accidents this weekend. Why did he take the risk when his car was already broken? I don't know why. Maybe he could be given a few penalty points for that because that really was not wise. But I think in light of the circumstances, I think the FIA are just going to ignore it considering he was the only car involved in a crash. So, yeah. Well, all I want to say is thank you for watching. And, motor racing is very dangerous. Please hug your loved ones a lot closer tonight. You never know when your life could end or when the worst could happen, because yesterday the worst did happen and Anthoine Hubert stood no chance. So this has been Crystal Racing and I'll see you again next time.